Welcome back. This episode, we'll be going through the 100-yard dash. We'll be breaking down week 2 of the Giants, the Jets with Mike from Bayonne, and the Backbones Patriots. Then we're going to be going into the fantasy feud, talking some fantasy football and Mike's fastest fantasy minute of your life. And, of course, we're going to be breaking down the race to October. 15 days left until the playoffs start. Son of a week. Yo, what's up, boys? How you doing?
What is up, baby?
Everybody's good? Everybody's all right? We all made it?
We all made it. We're on to week 3, baby.
Yeah, barely. I wish that the season didn't even start yet.
Question, Charles, did you miss something this weekend?
Did I miss something? What, besides the fact that my ace walked somebody intentionally? But
no, someone on this right now's birthday.
Oh shit. Yeah, I wasn't even invited, but happy birthday, Mike. How are you, pal?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
How old did we turn?
We turned 30, which
wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, it felt a little different. I'm not even gonna be an a-hole about it. This morning I was up early and I was going through one of the girls there, took all the pictures for the night. I'm going through the pictures and I'm looking at all the pictures of my friends and myself, and I'm like, these people do look 30, which is fucking, it's a scary thought. And I was alone by myself. It was 5:45 in the morning and it was a long weekend.
I seen birthday posts of you holding babies. You're 30, bro.
Yeah, man.
That is what it is, man.
No, it's official. But, by the way, it was a surprise party, so I had no control over the guest list.
Okay. Disclaimer, yeah.
Disclaimer.
Well, happy birthday. I see that the wine of choice tonight is white wine. No blood, no blood from the Patriots. You had from the Jets. So you had a nice bounce back week, something that you were looking forward to it. So that was your birthday present a little bit, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. The Jets did their thing, but
yeah, we'll get into about
them Giants though.
I think the Giants are the story of the week, to be honest. They are. Don't look at me like that. The Giants are the story of the week. It's the Jets did what the Jets had to do, and the Giants didn't do what they had to do. So they're front and center of the most pathetic sports franchise in New York at the moment. That's what they are. They're falling up. They're falling apart up and down. Jones winds up having a decent game. He completes 16 passes for 178 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gets neighbors going a little bit. And then the rest of the team just falls apart. We have a kicker that supposedly blew his hammy on the opening drive, which I think he might have been hurt going into it, and they were just kind of just easing the pain a little bit there, just telling the audience, oh yeah, he heard it on the opening drive. I think he might have been going into that game a little hurt.
You don't think no one on the team, these are all professional athletes. You don't think anybody on the team could have kicked the field goal?
That's a really good question, but no, I don't think.
And why isn't the punter working on his field goals?
The punter one that's
and vice versa,
right? That you're 100% correct about. That there should be somebody else on the team that is eligible to put it through. At least a 20, 30-yard kick or something like that. So if they're playing football, right? It's always like when we always say, why can't the batter bunt? Why can't a player bunt?
Yeah,
right.
They're supposed to be able to do it all. It's part of the game, right?
Yeah, 100%. So you bring up a good point there. Didn't even hear a single soul say that today, but you're right. It's embarrassing. Geno hurt us.
They had to go for it because they didn't have a kicker for an extra point, right?
Correct. And they had some plays drawn up that didn't work out. That didn't work out. The defense couldn't contain the rookie quarterback, but they did in the same breath. So it's like you held them to no touchdowns, but this kid went off too. He had a pretty decent game, right or wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Kingsbury's idea right now is to just get the ball out of his hand as quick as possible because that offensive line is suspect, and I think the Giants honestly don't have a terrible defense as a whole. But that's why he had so many completions. But he kind of did his thing for sure.
They scored every time they had the ball. That's first and foremost. The Giants defense gave up 133 rushing yards to Brian Robinson. He averaged 7.8 yards a carry. That's nuts.
Yeah.
This is the Giants did. I thought, what did I tell you in the beginning of the season? It's so freaking the way the football works, man. You feel like you're going to be all right on defense. You feel like you'll be okay here and there. When the games start and the blood is flowing through all these teams, it's different. And the Giants don't have the heart. They don't have maybe not the heart. I don't think they just have the talent. They don't have the talent gathered around them, you know, and it's falling apart in all different ways. We didn't have one stop on third down that meant anything. They had the ball for 37 minutes. The Giants had the ball for 22. You know, control of the game. That's control of the game. And Brian Burns is still looking for his first sack. The secondary had some rush. They had some pressure. There was some things, but that was just.
What's Thibodeau up to?
It was a brand of football that you don't want to see. You know, Neighbors had 15 receptions for 193 yards, 1 touchdown. We averaged 12.9 every time it's touchdown. That's great.
Who?
Neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, he was like the only highlight for the Giants.
Correct. But in Giants fashion and the way that things are going, and in New Yorkers, what have you done for me lately? It wasn't his last play of the game leaves you with a sour taste in your mouth because he drops the fourth down pass to him. You know, he shouldn't have been in the situation because, like we said earlier, if you had a kicker, you're kicking a field goal there and you can move on, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's not completely the guy's fault, but at the end of the day, it was, right? They turned to him for the last play of the game, and we don't get it done.
It's going to be tough for the Giants, man, and for obvious reasons, but for the unobvious ones too, where it's like they're going to play up to their competition. Like I really do believe that they're going to be in a lot of dogfights, ones that they shouldn't be in, but they're also going to be in dogfights with these lower level teams, and they're going to have a lot of heartbreaking losses where you're just like, when you look at the schedule at the end of the year, you're gonna be like, wow, they could have had another 5-6. I mean, and I made a difference still, but they could have had another 5-6.
Yeah, it's just now you're just sitting here, you're 0-2, and you're really wondering, who can we beat if we can't beat the Commanders?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Who
Panthers.
Can we beat
well, actually, I don't know if you could beat the Panthers with the Red Rocket at the helm.
Well, that's also a thing to talk about. I mean, like Bryce Young. I mean, like at this point, do like the Giants start looking for like the next thing that they're gonna go to, or are they just like tanking for the next draft pick? Which I know Archie Manning.
Don't use that. Archie Manning's 2 years away, but don't use that word. Tank.
This is the second year.
I never believe in professional football players.
It's not actual saying go out and tank, but
what I do feel is that if my leg's hurting a little bit, I'm not going to push it this week to go out there and give it 100% because I'm in a little bit of pain, or I might sit. I'm not going to give the team my 100% because we're not out here giving 100%. So if you want to say that instead of tanking, I feel you on that. I know I got to go look this up. I wasn't totally prepared with this part, but I know that there's some money in the balance here. So if Jones continues to play, he had a good day, right? He had a good day, but if he gets anywhere close to being bad, I think they might sit him because I think there's some money they have to owe him. So I'll look that up and we'll get back to you next week on that stuff.
Well, the reason why I asked that is because they freaking benched Bryce Young. I don't know if he's going to be a trade asset or anything. And also the situation in Pittsburgh with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. I mean, I don't think that you guys would go after Russell Wilson at this point because you guys are in rebuild mode. But Justin Fields could be a piece that you guys can at least borrow from there. He's not on a big contract or anything.
I think with the Giants, I mean, it's not like they haven't done it in the past with the Kurt Warner or whatever, but I mean, the Giants are for the most part homegrown at that position. So I think most likely they have to be looking at the draft, but they're definitely already looking, if that's the question. They have to know by now what everybody else knows, which is that they got robbed. They got robbed.
Yeah, 100%. So this is the real question. Was signing Daniel Jones one of the biggest over Saquon Barkley, the biggest mistake the Giants have ever made?
I don't know. I still don't know about that because in that year you do need a quarterback. There wasn't really much out there.
But let's talk about the contract and who the quarterback was for that contract.
There was still an upside to Daniel Jones at the time. He had a really good playoff game. He did play with your nuts a few times with playing really good and make you get excited. So at the time, I still feel like it was the right decision. At the end of the day, yeah, does it hurt that we lost Saquon? I don't think Saquon's going to have that the rest of his career. Maybe he might have a blowout up here and beat his rookie numbers this season, and they could go on and do something in the playoffs. I don't think he'll be there for that long doing that. So we'll see.
Agreed. But I'm just saying, like, if you guys had Saquon, you guys pick up a few extra wins this year without Daniel Jones even.
The Singletary, you could run the ball, bro. What if you have a good offensive line? I feel like a lot of these kids could run the ball. I feel like if you have a good offensive line, a running back, they're a dime a dozen when you have a good offensive line.
Yeah, but you're also missing the quarterback. The quarterback still has to be a threat, or they're just going to load the box.
Mm-hmm. Jones probably got his 8 to 10 yards. Every time he runs too. So
he picks it up with his legs.
He does. Sure. He definitely does. I sit here tonight. It's week 2, devastating loss again. Looking at the whole thing, I just see the dynamite just blowing up, but it's blowing up very, very slowly. It's like in slow motion blow up, and once it completely blows, if we go week 4, week 3, week 4, it's gonna just be one of the most ugliest seasons of my lifetime. That's what it really has. It has potential to be there.
Who do they have? Right. Who do they have next week?
What is it? Andrew, you have that for me? Sorry, you don't have the one with the great memory.
Browns.
In Cleveland?
Exactly. Screenshot that face. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter because we just spoke to the Commanders, right? Yeah. So like it doesn't even matter the name of that next football team because it's just we just lost to the Commanders. I have no silver lining in anything that's going on, and that just that stings. It stinks.
What's the update on the win prediction now?
Stop it, please. Stop answering the commenters on YouTube.
Give the people what they want. They want it. They want to hear a win prediction.
Not doing it because I'm just gonna sound stupid. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
You're giving like you're giving a political answer right now.
4.
This is crazy.
I say 4 wins.
If I'm giving you a political answer, that's great. That means I'm doing my job up here. I'm doing my job up here on a podcast.
2,
right? Yeah. Is 2 a number 1 pick? Yeah, probably.
Nah, I think
I don't know. Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah, the Panthers are bad.
The upside of it, if it doesn't get any better and things start to get worse, and Neighbors has himself a season, and you find something in one of these running backs or something, and Hyatt gets in the mix. I don't know what's going on with Hyatt. I gotta go check on that shit. Like I don't know why he's not out there every single freaking play, but
he's still a rookie.
Yeah, all right. So was Neighbors, right? He just didn't have the
wasn't Neighbors your first pick?
Yes, correct.
Okay, just making
sure. I know. It's just. Put these kids out there. Dable's going to be on the block. I brought it up last week. It's just going to really just get ugly. You're going to start to hear your boy Billy Belichick talk. It could get really ugly. That's it.
What do you guys both think of just seeing like Belichick and Brady everywhere? I seen a freaking commercial.
It's got to be driving you
nuts. No, it's not at all. I saw a commercial advertising when Brady was broadcasting.
I'm gonna get.
Yeah, they have a whole childhood commercial for him.
Yeah, you saw that commercial, right?
Of course, I saw that commercial. The whole nation saw that commercial, fucking 15 times over in a span of an hour.
I'm gonna get so much hate for saying this, but I even hated seeing Jeter after baseball.
Honestly,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Jordan, do the Jordan thing. Go away. Be a legacy. Be a ghost.
Play golf.
Yeah.
Play golf.
Right.
Go play golf.
I'm saturated.
That was perfect. What you just said.
Yeah, you gotta be a ghost. Why do you think he sold so many sneakers? Not because he was broadcasting every Tuesday. No, because the guy was gone. He was the best, and then he was gone.
Guy walked up
saturated with seeing Brady that it doesn't even bother me anymore. Like I feel like I just see him like I see Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, because he's turning into another figure. He's turning into another figure. Brady is.
He's the white Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you brought up Strahan, I don't know. Strahan got
Let's hear it.
I think Strahan is absolutely great at what he does.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you think
wow.
that?
Do I sound like this?
Yes.
No, but I just told you my idol and Derek Jeter. I hated saying that, but Strahan kind of did it for me.
Yeah, and Rex Ryan is the best thing ESPN
No.
The thing is, in all honesty, like, yeah, Jordan was great and all, but like, you never heard the guy talk about the game. Like Belichick and Brady, the way they talk about the game is so like, it's a beauty to watch.
All right. With that said, let's talk some Jets, huh? What do you think?
I think you could smile a little bit.
Talk your shit, and then we get to Thursday.
We'll get to Thursday, but let's get to Sunday first. So honestly, guys, out of the gate, it looked bad. A lot of penalties. Let's start from the beginning. 3 penalties in the span of 6 minutes of football. I mean, more penalties on top of that. Beyond it, what we said last week, where Saleh was going to be on the hot seat all year because of his coaching, and I said that there are going to be games where it's going to come to. It showed its rear end right out of the gate. The defense does not look good. Now it's concerning because this is the Titans and this is Will Levis, and he drove down the field numerous times with ease. They got bailed out on a couple of plays that people are forgetting about. They got a punt block. They got a really crummy play made by Will Levis in the red zone. So if they don't make those 2 plays, they're giving up a lot more points than what they did. Injuries on the defense on top of an already not incredibly looking defense, or not what they looked like before. DJ Reed is out. Don't know if he's going to be ready for Thursday. CJ Mosley goes down. They're not calling it. Probably won't go Thursday. Who else we got? Jermaine Johnson, the big one, torn Achilles. That was announced today. I mean, the defense is funny because it's now the problem in such a short amount of time. It's now the problem. And listen, the offense, let's get to the offense. It's not the best, but they did what they had to do. The play calling improved towards the end of the game. Excuse me, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson were coming up with big catches towards the end there. Rodgers turned into the Rodgers that you need Rodgers to be with 6 minutes left to go in the fourth, and you need a touchdown. And the offense is going to look like that for the most part moving forward, win or lose, because it's going to run through the killer bees, baby. Braelon Allen and Breece Hall. Those guys are going to get the rock constantly. They're going to try to get them open in space, and then the pass is going to work off of that. He's going to hit people over the top because they're going to be stacking the box against these guys. The fact that we were in a dog, go ahead.
That duo, honestly, may be one of the best duos. I do. I have to say, I like that kid, Brandon Allen.
He runs hard. He runs really hard.
And not only that, he complements Breece Hall really well.
Yeah, no, it's hard. These guys are gassed seeing the both of them. And that's the problem, is getting them to the second level, and they were able to do that against Tennessee. But yeah, I mean, the fact that we were in a dogfight with the Tennessee Titans, for anybody who wants to talk about the team that we were hyped up that we were supposed to be, we are ways and ways away from anything like that. We won the game. That's great. We made the plays when they need to be made. It was the Tennessee Titans, and we shouldn't have been in that dogfight. The Chiefs are not in a dogfight with the Titans. Like, these top teams won't be doing that. So it's got to improve. And the problem is now you have a short week against the Patriots, who are looking very good, and you're going to have all these injuries. I don't care if it's the home opener or not. It's going to be a tough game. By the way, I will be in the building. Buddy Omar sent the tickets this morning before I started work. So
birthday?
Yeah, so I'll be in the building this Thursday. Wow. We'll see what happens.
That's the second time you got a Jets Patriots game for your birthday.
And the first one was a dub, so I gotta carry the legacy.
Are these seats better than mine?
They're honestly comparable. They're like I don't want to break your heart, but just being honest. No, but we'll see.
That's still a good birthday gift. You could have got a KitchenAid or something like that, you know.
That's true. That's very true.
Thank God I got a KitchenAid. All right. So I mean, I can't go hard after you right now, because you honestly I had like all these key talking points about the Jets and everything, and you kind of gave it up. So I like it. But the only question I do have for you, do you think that the current game plan on offense is what they should be doing going forward? And will this offense be enough against good teams to win?
Yeah, I mean, no, this offense won't be enough, and no, they shouldn't continue it because what they're doing right now is coming out flat for a quarter and a half to 2 quarters, and then either letting Rodgers take over more or Hackett's just becoming more aggressive. Towards the end there, they realize it's got to run through. If they did what they do at the second half against the Titans, I am okay with that. But as far as Rodgers, he's going to need to be a lot more efficient and a lot more taking shots and completing the shots and just pushing the ball down the field than what he's been doing. This run pass thing will not work against those top teams.
That's the one big thing that I've seen that I've always seen Rodgers do. I haven't seen Rodgers push the ball down the field. I mean, I think I only watched Red Zone, so I didn't see every play, but I didn't see any completions for
and until the last drive that I was talking about before, he hit Garrett Wilson, who made an incredible adjustment to make a catch on the sideline, and then either right before that or right after that, he hit Mike Williams and same on the other side of the sideline for another 15 to 20 yards. That's what the one that we need, you know what I mean? And that's going to work when Braelon Allen is in your backfield and he's already got 2 touchdowns. And Breece is, you got to worry about Breece coming out of the flat and rolling around you and catching it over your head. It's going to go through those guys, but he needs to be the way he was in quarter 3 and quarter 4.
Yeah, I do think that Rodgers is going to stay in his game at the moment. He knows his game has changed throughout the years. Right. He's going to adapt to the new Rodgers. I don't think he's going to see him throwing many passes on the run, breaking out of the pocket. I think he's going to stick to an veteran way, and when he has to push the ball down the field in an extremely important moment, I'm not talking about the beginning of the game, like you said, closer to the end of the games, I think you might see him bring up his intensity. And he is smart. He's very not just analytical, but he's got a real feel for the game. And I think you might see that when you are playing the bigger teams, and he is taking it easy a little bit against the teams that he knows that we could beat them playing this brand of football.
Right. You're 100% right, because you could see it now. Like he's modified his game where it's like he's now doing the Brady thing where if anybody is within half a foot of him, if or less, he's getting rid of that ball. He doesn't take any unnecessary hits. But to your point, if we're in a playoff game or a game to get into a playoff game and he sees the yardage, what is he going to do? I think he's going to take it, obviously, and he'll make those plays. And he kind of showed a little glimpse of that with the drive late in the fourth.
Have they done like bootlegs, and has he been moving?
Yeah, well, the Braille, he's not moving too much, but they are doing a lot of halfback draw this way, screen back to the backside. That's how Braelon Allen got in the end zone.
I was going to say, in the beginning, there wasn't too much creativity on the offense side, and then they started throwing those screen plays in. Like Rodgers has, I know it sounds like and looks like an easy pass, but the screen pass is an actual art form who Rodgers and Brady always did well.
Yeah, but you're right. But I mean, it works off the pass. Like, I mean, it works off the run where 100%. That Braelon Allen touchdown was
play action, right?
It was play action, but it was also after the fact that Breece just rumbled for a 30-yard gain. You know what I mean? Like that's what you have to do first, and that's what they're struggling to do. But because you're struggling to do it, does not give you the authority to go run, pass, run. You know, that's not going to solve the issue. You have to break it up. Rodgers has to be able to break it up by stretching the field a little bit with his arm early. Do it out of the gate. You know what I mean?
You think Rodgers is making most of these play calls now?
Honestly, in the beginning, it does not look like it, but you can see when
he calls audibles.
Yeah, of course. And you know when he's calling the audibles, and you can almost tell when he calls the audibles right out of the huddle. Like he'll call a play in the huddle, and then right out of the huddle, he's immediately talking, immediately going and changing shit. Where it's like he just calls it to let little boy Hackett smile and pretend like he's got control. It's a crazy thing to witness.
Got it.
But we'll see, man.
That sets you up for a Thursday night prime time football game where it's on Peacock, right? All these Thursday nights are on Peacock.
Is it? I think week one was on
Amazon
NFL.
No, they're
Amazon.
Amazon Thursday night.
Yeah, they had that big contract that they bought.
Yeah. No, they've been running Amazon for like 2 years now.
Amazon, I feel like is definitely the smarter one because everybody has Prime. Everybody has Prime.
Yeah, that's true. They actually have some cool features on it. They have like a stat view where you
saw that.
Yeah, they
really?
got a couple cool things. Yeah.
That is cool. I wonder if you had like one guy for like certain amount of yards and stuff like that. That would be cool if you could like enter in the guy's name that you want to just keep following.
Eventually, your team.
I think you could do that. I think you could highlight your guy. Yeah, I think you could highlight your guy while the play is going on the field. Yeah, I'm almost positive. I could be lying.
That was like the NFL app. You were able to put in your fantasy team for like the red zone, and while you're watching red zone, you get the alerts and it shows you the plays.
Pretty cool.
All right, so let's talk about them.
Yeah, how you feeling about Thursday going into the game?
Let's talk about it. Well, let's talk about
we didn't. By the way, I'm going to call it out again. I'm sorry, we didn't do our 100-yard dash.
It's all good. I gotta redo the intro anyway.
I want my own little intro. I want the JETS, and then it cuts to me.
Okay,
no,
I'll do that.
We're not doing that.
Nah, if Mike wants it, I'll give it to him.
I'll find him. Didn't he start that?
I can't believe I'm the one arguing for this right now. All right. So Pats Seahawks.
Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because Giants are a real freaking talking point, right?
Go ahead.
All right. I mean, going into the week, yeah, I did think we were gonna lose, but there was like a deep thing inside of me where I like we do have a shot. I mean, like we did look good against the Bengals. But like I really wasn't too sure. But came out, Jacoby Brissett is just peaking at decent game manager. This guy, just like Mike said with his quarterback, this guy can definitely not throw the ball down the field. We had just dinks and dunks. He only completed one pass to a wide receiver the whole game. It was Hunter Henry all game long, and then we had like another 200 rushing yards. Yeah. So it's honestly really hard. But what else? Bad we gave up a bad play. Christian Gonzalez didn't have help over the top.
Oh, what happened? He needs help now.
But you know what's funny? They didn't give him to the stats or whatever. Like he didn't get like charged for like the.
I love how you ran to his stats.
Because you know like his stats against the good wide receivers are so good. We got to keep that good right now.
Unbelievable.
But again, another bad week of refs. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was this one play, and it had to be like 10 yards into the end zone. I'm not going to pull up the game film. Don't worry, Charles. It was like 10 yards into the end zone. The guy, like, he does kind of like just like stumble over him or whatever, but it was an uncatchable ball, leads to a touchdown. That's how they eventually win the game by a few points. But key point, again, Keion White, another 1.5 sacks, 4 sacks in 2 games, 5 pressures and 7 tackles. I'm telling you, this guy is a real deal.
Wait, what round did you get him in?
I think we got him like in the 3rd 2 years ago, not last one. The guy's a monster. You're going to see him Thursday.
You just had him the whole time? He's just been stashed?
We had him last year, but it was Judon's spot. Like, because we had the guy.
That's right.
We have Uche. We have Dietrich Wise. Like, we have a lot of guys that came in. So he was just kind of learning.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But he's an animal. And he could play defensive tackle, too. That's how big he is. So he can line up all over the line.
Patriots are into the last moment of the game. If they don't go 3 and out there, I know it's
Yeah, I mean that I didn't even want to get into. Obviously, they went 3 and out in overtime, and that's just obviously a big no-no. You're going to lose that game 9 out of 10 times for sure.
With these football rules, yeah, that's it. At the end of the game, if you're playing overtime, you have to at least score. Yeah, you have to score.
Yeah, going 3 and out. I knew we lost the game.
But that's cool. You guys have a little feud. You guys have a little feud for Thursday night. You do this twice a year since you known each other, right? So,
yeah, twice a season.
Yeah, twice a year.
Yeah, for sure. We've gone to a couple games together, but
we've always kept it cordial. But we've always kept it cordial because I never have a reason to not be cordial. Once I've given a reason by the Jets to no longer have to be cordial, I'm gonna rip him a new one.
I was about to say cordial until now.
Until the Jets win the division.
Well, this is the year. Like, this is the year where the Jets have to make a statement. Yeah, right. Last year you guys did beat us, but we kind of needed to lose that game to get a better draft pick. So I don't really count that.
No, I don't count any of that because we sucked still. It doesn't matter. When we both suck and I win, it doesn't matter. Like that's nothing for me. Every
point.
time you beat us, you went on to win Super Bowls and championships and this and that. So,
all right. So,
same.
What's like your honest opinion going into this week?
It's going to be a dogfight, and I'm extremely worried. And I have every reason to be. And any Jet fan who's not is not a Jet fan or doesn't know what they're watching. Like, yeah, they're playing well. We're not playing well. Now, if there's ever a time for like even down the road, say both teams even out to what they were expected to be, and the records show that. Right now is right now. You guys can definitely beat us right now. Like, we are not some team to be worried about right now. Will Levis did not worry about us. Neither should Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, you pretty much took the words out of my mouth.
It's the truth. It's
you made
bad.
a pretty good point there.
I would love for a statement piece. Oh my God, a 30 on the dome of Mayo when I'm in the building. I'll walk out butt naked.
Yeah.
Butt naked. Tween.
Butt naked.
We'll be holding you to that.
I'll send the video.
Definitely be holding
I'll post the video to the socials.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get us some content while you're there.
Yeah. I will.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Everybody liked this segment last week. Right now, it is the Fantasy Feud. Yes. Surveying 100 people. Name a player who will provide a week 3 bust when everyone else is thinking boom.
I'm going to go first with this one. So Andrew had all the cool names last week. I'm going to take a cool name for myself this week. I'm going Rashid Shaheed, baby. Wide receiver, New Orleans Saints. The guy is, if anybody remembers, I know Andrew does, Joey Galloway. Owning Joey Galloway in fantasy football was like owning dynamite. You could leave him in the lineup one week and he would have 1 catch. You can put him on your bench the next week. He would have 3 catches for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. This is what this kid is for this Saints team. He's gotten 70 yards and a touchdown, 96 yards and a touchdown on 5 targets and 4 targets on both deep balls. It cannot carry on. If it does carry on, by all means, good for him. Put him in your lineup, but there is no way he continues it this week. I don't see it happening. He's going to put up one of those Joey Galloway goose eggs from the 05s, 06s Tampa Bay Buck years.
That was good. You're good at this fantasy pick. I am going to say, it's funny that we spoke about this, but Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary. Shit. I'm just not a believer in Devin Singletary. I'm sorry. And they're going up against the Browns. The Browns had really good run D against the Cowboys. I know it's just Zeke, but also against the Jaguars, in which they had Travis Etienne and others. So I'm not a big believer in Devin Singletary. I think he's very one-dimensional, just through the tackles, and he really is going to have to break one or get a couple touchdowns to do you any justice.
All right.
First, Charles.
Number 2, name a player who'll give a bounce back fantasy performance in week 3.
All right, my week 3 bounce back fantasy performance is Rachaad White. Rachaad White went early in a lot of people's drafts this year, and he's done pretty much nothing of late. 15 for 31 in the first game, 10 for 18 last week. He did come out of the game early, but went back in at halftime with the groin. But either way, I mean, he has not produced for where he's been going in fantasy drafts. I think this week he gets it right. They have the Denver Broncos. I don't think they're going to have to pass the way the offense has been passing with Mayfield and Godwin and those boys. So I think they just feed Rachaad White this game, and I think Rachaad White gets back on track.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
And I'm just being a hater on the Giants this week. I'm going with Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford is hosting the Giants. And honestly, in betting and in fantasy, I'm just saying, if they're versing the Giants or the Panthers, take them. And honestly, Jerome Ford didn't have a good week last week. He averaged well on the ground, just didn't get enough touches. And I think they're going to pound the rock against the Giants.
Great point. Question 3. Today is National Play-Doh Day. Name a fantasy football player matchup this Sunday that looks soft as Play-Doh.
Oh, you had to say that better.
Today is National Play-Doh Day.
Oh, don't actually do
it. Matchup this Sunday that looks soft as Play-Doh.
All right. So my Play-Doh play of the week will be the guy that we say a lot in the past 2 weeks, Jordan Mason, 49ers. Listen, that guy is getting the rock often and early and all game. They have the Rams this week. The Rams have nothing. They no longer have Cooper Kupp. They no longer have Nakua. They're not going to be able to move the ball. The 49ers are not going to have any reason to push the ball. I don't see the big weapons on the outside having a big day for the 49ers because of that. I just see them giving more and more carries to Jordan Mason. And I also see that because at the end of the day, you have to think what the 49ers are thinking about, which is we have McCaffrey coming towards the end of the season here. We just need to really win games until he comes back, which means I'm going to hand the ball off and run this guy to the absolute ground because I do not care about Jordan Mason's future. I only care about Christian McCaffrey's. So give me Jordan Mason this week against the porous Rams.
And by the way, great fantasy advice. Again, that Christian McCaffrey, you were right on point with that.
On the money, no? That calf injury, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And then for me, Gardner Minshew. The freaking Raiders beat the Baltimore Ravens this week, led by Gardner Minshew. And I think Gardner Minshew, he's just one of those quarterbacks, kind of like that Nick Foles, where he'll just have good games grouped in with one another. He'll get streaky. He'll have a bad streak as well. But right now, I think Gardner Minshew and the Raiders are hot, and I'm going with him.
Lock it up, baby. All right. What'd you say?
Good answer.
Yes. Clap it up. Yeah.
Is it time for the first ever live fastest fantasy football minute?
Yes. So last season, Mike every week was coming out with his fastest fantasy football minute of your live video, and he was telling you the do's and don'ts in the week of fantasy. It got great traction, so he came up with the idea is we're gonna time him right here, right now, live on Talk to see if he could get this done in 1 minute. So let us know when you are ready.
All right.
Pens and paper out because you're gonna have to write this down to get in your lineups.
Who's timing?
I got it.
You got me? All right.
All right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? This is Mike from Bayonne. I'm back with the fastest fantasy football minute of your life. Let's get right into it. Week 3, 3 players. Let's go. Quarterback position, give me Jayden Daniels this week. Look, I know he didn't give a touchdown with a porous Giants defense, but 26 rushing attempts in 2 weeks. I love the high floor for a quarterback like that. He's got the Bengals this week. I think Burrow gets back on track, which means a lot of points from them. I think Daniels has to keep up. Give me Daniels this week. Running back position, give me Ramondre Stevenson. I can only imagine the smile Drew has right now, but I'm just being real. They're versing the Jets this week on a short week, and the Jets defense is completely depleted with injuries. I think Ramondre keeps it rolling with the run-heavy scheme because it's been working for them. Why change it now? Wide receiver spot, give me Drake London. I don't know what he's going to do tonight. First game was 2 catches for 15 yards, which is nothing. But I think Kirk Cousins starts to look to get him involved. It starts tonight. But they also have the Chiefs next week, and that reads Mahomes, Cousins, complete shootout to me. So if that's the case, for God's sake, start Mr. Drake. Time.
Wow.
What? Oh my God. You almost just flashed the freaking crowd, too.
We get the views.
That's how you do that, baby.
Oh my God. That was
like,
sick.
is that now? I was looking at it like, holy shit.
That's practice.
You did it. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to that first segment. And don't forget, put in your picks, gamble responsibly on the fantasy football stuff. All your gambling, gamble responsibly, of course. All right, Mike, thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Mike.
Enjoy the rest of your wine.
Sounds good. Enjoy.
I'll be texting you Thursday.
Enjoy the game.
I'll be waiting for it. Let me hear about some Mets now.
Oh, all right. Want to hang out with us tonight?
No. But I'm gonna hide off.
He's gonna hide off.
Yeah, I thought so. The next segment, we're getting in the race to October.
Charge.
Woo! You should be charging a little bit up because you got some good news on Lindor just right before we started the show.
Lindor, quote unquote, everything looks good. So honestly, that's the one most important thing of tonight is that Lindor will be okay. Hopefully sooner than later. Obviously, every single game right now is very key. So we need to win everything.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't just what the Yankees do and just tell you everything's going to be okay because they know it's not, and they're just trying to string them along because they know they have to
Yeah.
play these next few days. I just hope that's no other bullshit. For Lindor to take himself out of a baseball game is extremely, extremely serious. The guy plays every night.
Yeah, he's one of those Iron Men that really doesn't really miss a game. He plays
Yeah.
160 games a year or whatever. But
Mhm.
starting off, what did we film like last Tuesday or something like last Wednesday?
Yeah, just go over it. What
Yeah,
went on over the weekend? You had a big weekend again. Don't even worry about the Jays. You had a big weekend against the Phillies. You had to come out there. You had to take 2 or 3. It looked good in the beginning of the week and in the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah, I could take it from here. Just fucking with you. Anyway, so it was the biggest series this year in Philly. The next series against Philly will be Citi Field. So honestly, like if you really want to win 2 or 3 games in Philly, then you have more of that secure, spot at home. So I thought it was one of the more important series coming to date. But game 1 was looking really promising. 2 3-run home runs in the 6th inning. 2 3-run home runs. I feel like they're getting these runs in like bunches. There's just these innings where they're just pounding the ball.
Which is always great that you have that you know that you could have a breakout inning at any given point in time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is good, but then it also could bite you in the ass, which actually wound up happening in, what was that, game 2? Yeah, game 2. So they they were leading 4-0 up until the 6th inning. And then the bullpen came in, one thing after the next. Danny Young, 5 pitches, 2 runs. One of bullpen piece.
He's been around all season?
Yeah, I think he got called up. I forgot when he got called up, or he got traded or something. He wasn't on the team for the whole year.
Okay.
But then the last game against the Phillies, so it's 1-1. Last game against the Phillies, Peterson pitches another gem after blowing the game against the Blue Jays early in the week. But he had a great performance, but we only were able to score 1 run. It was 1-1 going in the 9th. Diaz gave up a run, lost the game right there, lost the series. So.
And that's it. And you got them again. So right now you play, who do you play? You play the Nationals, so you need to sweep the Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, and we're losing to the Nationals right now, by the way. It's 1-0 Nationals in the 6th.
Okay, no big deal. You just said you score runs in bunches.
Yeah. And then we're back at home against the Phillies September 19th. So it's Thursday.
If you were sitting here also and you were just saying, "Oh, I know that Diaz is Diaz," you would have a different feeling too. Like Diaz is as shaky as it gets, no?
Yeah, I mean, this year he's been so inconsistent. I mean, he put together a few good games, back to back to back, and now he's just off and blowing it again. So, but also he was never good in non-save situations.
They're all not, right? It's like, why do they even bring him in those spots? And all the managers do it. All the managers do it.
I was so confused by that, honestly. Like, and it's so obvious. It's like, why are you putting him in if it's not a save situation? He doesn't do good in these situations. Like, it's analytics.
No, it is. It definitely is.
I mean, yeah, like you said, big series against the Nationals. We should sweep them, and then hopefully we take 3 of 4 home against the Phillies because it is a 4-game series.
The Dodgers finally did you a little bit of a favor too. So
yeah, they did. But
right.
Yep.
That's what you're looking for. You need to stay consistent here through the end of the stretch. Win the games you have to win, and you're gonna dance a little bit. I think you'll get in if you do those things. But this is when all the pressure starts looming. Let's see if all your kids could still perform at the high level. Let's see some of that magic again for the next couple weeks here. And this is the push. This is the push. Good news on Lindor though. That is good news. No matter what. Even if he is a little banged up, which they're all banged up this time of year, especially when you're playing every night, he could still get out there, and his defense is unmatchable as well.
Yeah, I mean, he brings a lot of things. I mean, we were talking in the chat earlier, and Ant brought up a good point. Like he's the captain of the team. Like when something goes wrong and the pitcher's down, and Lindor's the first guy to just go in and talk to him, and it just seems like he's just a really good leader. You can see it. And he does all the small things, right? Just like you said, like fielding, swiping a bag here and there.
Yeah.
So
and making the plays.
Yep.
So let's go. Good luck. We'll bring this. We'll get back to this next week. This is it. This is coming down to it. You feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it in the air. It smells. It smells like October baseball is coming.
Yeah, and it's so weird because I'm pretty sure I said it on the pod even, but like it just never felt like this was like the Mets team that like was going to make a push, and they're making a push. But I mean, at the end of the day, do I think they're going to win the World Series? No, but it is good to see a competitive team play right now.
Yeah, and to move on to the Yanks. I feel like things are starting to come together for the team. You have Rodon pitching a little bit better. You have Torres, who's having a second half that's great. You got Wells that should be playing every night, and when he gets his opportunities, he has a chance to be Rookie of the Year. But you finally had a solid series against the Red Sox over the weekend, despite the embarrassment of Cole on Saturday. So this is what went down on Saturday. He hits Devers in his first at-bat. Let me take this really quick. A few weeks ago, they were doing some type of Spanish heritage meeting with the Yankees were there answering some questions about the Spanish ball players. They ask him, who scares you the most? And he says Devers. Clip goes wild. It's all over the place. Everybody knows. Everyone's saying Cole's scared of Devers, which he's basically saying that he has his number. You know those players in the league that got your number, right? So he admits to it. We play them over the weekend. First time Cole sees Devers since that statement, hits him. Right? Second time he gets up, Cole's throwing a no-hitter. All right. So despite I think it was the third. Yeah, it was the third inning. Cole's throwing, hasn't given up a hit, pitching very well, goes like this. Walks Devers. Right? Walks Devers. Devers then steals second, which stops the double play. Cole gets rattled, gives up 3 in the inning. Gets rattled, completely loses it, gets rattled, gives up 3 in the inning. After the inning, he goes right into the tunnel. You see that he's besides himself. Right?
So
next inning.
Wait. We got to take this back because we got to break this down. Cole was the one to make the call to walk him, right?
So it sounded like it was discussed between the manager and the pitching coach and stuff like that, and it was a group decision. But ultimately, Cole made the call. Yes.
How does he make is that through the pitch com? Well, you guys don't even do pitch com, right?
We do pitch com, but he put up 4.
Yeah, but so then did he get a signal from the bench? Did it look like
he put up the 4? It was discussed prior to the inning.
It was
discussed prior to the inning. So this guy is literally in their head. I heard a few reports that it was discussed.
Reports, but it wasn't like no coach said it or anything like that.
I don't think
because Cole said it was his decision, right?
I didn't hear that.
I'm pretty sure I saw an interview where he said that.
And I also heard that it was discussed amongst all of them. But at the end of the day, you're showing no leadership there. You're showing no balls there. It was a moment in the game. Like if he hits a home run, okay, tie game. Like no big deal. You're the freaking Yankees. You're freaking Garrett Cole. You have Judge. You have Soto. You know, it's like you have good ball players that could get some runs across the board. I don't think you should be worried about Devers.
And if you wanted to just walk him, I would have freaking just beamed him right on the back and just said, "What's up?" If you really want to walk somebody, do an intentional walk. It's literally like dropping your pants right in front of the crowd.
Yeah,
that was that was a really bad move.
Yeah. Then they try to retaliate, and they threw at Judge's knees twice. And that might have really just woken up Judge because he was on a pretty serious, longest home run-less streak of his career. I believe it got to 19 games. And that completely woke up Judge. Can you do me a favor and go into the notes and just click that link that I put up there? Go to 140 because Judge had one of the coldest responses to this problem. Watch this.
Wait, give me one sec. Keep going.
Yeah, so I don't want to tell him exactly what Judge says, but Judge basically says, if you're gonna throw, don't miss. Just as simple as that.
All right, I got it right here.
Perfect. Go to the 140.
All the time, but you can be a target sometimes like that. But like, how do you not get angry, or how do you just kind of stay within the game when that stuff?
Playing this game for a while, things like that happen. I know they're upset. I think 3 other guys got hit that day, and I think they're just protecting their players. So something's got to happen, and that's the way this game kind of gets policed, and has been policed for over 100 years. So I think the biggest thing is just don't miss when you do it. So.
Woo, that's cold. Just basically don't miss when you do it. And that's what made Aaron Judge was definitely the star of the weekend, hitting his 52nd, 53rd home runs. And the Yankees got it together. We took 2 or 3, exactly what you had to do against the shitty bum Sox, who I really don't wish them ever to be relevant in the game of baseball ever again. So let them go be miserable. And we're on to the next game. Actually, I'm pissed because we're on to the West Coast. Last couple weeks of the season, and you're trying to keep me up for start times at 9:40 and 10 o'clock. It's going to be a rough week, and I'm probably going to miss a lot of Yankee baseball.
That's what's going to happen. I hate that.
Yeah.
Such bad timing.
Yeah. All right. That wraps up our race to October. Lock in, boys. Lock
it in.
Fuck in. Got it? Got it.
Beep.
Next segment. You son of a bitch in a week.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
It's the son of a bitch in the week, and I'm putting front and center the coach of the New York Football Giants, Skinny Dable, getting it done like a skinny man, doing nothing big. Nothing explosive, has no plan for nothing besides taking his freaking headphones and throwing them down on the ground to show his fans that, look, he's pissed. You know what? You should have had a friggin' kicker ready to go. You should have your team more prepared for these games. I don't care if Daniel Jones is throwing bad passes. You figure it the frig out. You're the coach of the New York Football Giants. You were the coach of the year. You got lucky last year because you still have your job, and this is your time that you're either going to lose it or you're going to show us why you're the coach of the New York Football Giants. So this week 3 is all about Dable to me. He has to show you something that he can make a difference even though the ball's not in his hands. So Brian Dable, you're my son of a bitch of the week.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. And my son of the bitch of the week is the NFL and the refs who absolutely blow the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes just threw his 17th interception that was called back due to a defensive penalty. That is the most in the NFL since like 2018, the past 6 years. Honestly, and it's not just that. It's just like there's like holding penalties. And I know they're like, because I get it. Trust me, because I remember when the Patriots were like the Patriots, like everybody said that about the Patriots.
Yeah, it's hard for you to say that, right?
So I do get it. And I get it that they're under the microscope. But this shit that I'm seeing, like the guy, he threw a ball, it got intercepted. And then you see the ref go in his back pocket for the flag and to throw it. Yeah. It's almost like in broad daylight here.
Yeah, they are the hated team. They are the hated team of the league. Everything that surrounds around the Kansas City Chiefs is with a magnifying glass. You have the whole Taylor Swift effect that's still going on. I think it'll go forever.
Well, I mean, Kelsey's been shit, so if he keeps this up, I don't know.
Yeah, no, don't worry. They're fine. And Kelsey's going to show up exactly when they need Kelsey to show up.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yeah,
Kelsey's Kelsey.
Nah, Kelsey will. He obviously will. But like, I don't know if they're just giving him the Gronk effect because I watched that game and like he's just not in on every play anymore. Mm-hmm. Where he was that guy that was literally the tight end every play, and now it seems like they have like 2 or 3 tight ends that they kind of just Kelsey comes in when it's red zone time and touchdown time.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see. The refs are the refs, though, Andrew. It's every year. It's different teams. You see things on the biggest stages in the Super Bowl that are questionable. Especially though about the Kansas City Chiefs it's always just going to be magnified.
Yeah, no,
and the refs should know that though. Like they
Yeah.
shouldn't even be getting as many calls as they do because
That's what I'm
they
saying.
know that the public
thinks this.
Yeah. Exactly. That this is the narrative, especially when it's away from the play. Like I don't know. That stuff kills me. That stuff kills me.
Agreed.
But hey, do you remember that that segment I've been talking about for a while, trying to get the deranged, like the fan that is just really, really, really down in the dumps.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about. So I was at work today, and I heard this kid crying. And I asked him for his phone. I asked him for his phone number. It was a little creepy. I was like, "Yeah, I do a pod. The sound of you crying right now is kind of something that I was looking for. So I'm just gonna give him a ring to see if he answers.
Hopefully, I was about to say, hopefully
he probably won't. He probably won't. But let's give this kid a call.
I feel like people are gonna think we're calling Antico.
No. You hear it?
Yeah.
Let's see if he answers. Yo, what's up? Is this Alex?
Hello?
Yo, is this Alex?
Yes, it is.
Yo, what's up, Alex? It's Charlie and Andrew from Talk. What's going on, man? How are you?
Charlie, Andrew, how you guys doing tonight, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good. Well, no, not too good. I can't be. I don't know if you want me to be completely honest.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
tell me what's going on.
Tell us your feelings right now. Like, what are you feeling right now about the New York Football Giants?
What I'm feeling right now about the New York Football Giants is I think I'm going to turn to golf and start watching some golf because this is a complete, absolute debacle of what the Giants used to be. I mean, for the first time, we did something in NFL history. We scored touchdowns and they scored field goals and we lost the damn game. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life.
It's that bad.
It's worse than the butt fumble. And that's saying a lot.
That is saying
yeah, it is. Come on, man. It is.
How many wins do you think you guys got this year? Realistically. Two? Wow. I said that too, just this episode.
Did you said two?
Yeah, I said two.
I mean, who are we beating, man? Be honest. Who are we beating with this team?
I mean, you're right. The
Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers would be the only shot. And I think I forgot there was another team on there that I liked, but yeah, it's bad. You and the Panthers might be the worst two teams in the league.
Do you see
they are the worst two teams in the league? We're going to Germany to play them. I mean, think about it. They're sending us all the way to Germany to play the Panthers.
That's the Germany game?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's brutal. My God.
That's us giving the middle finger one more time to Germany, man, for what happened in the war. That's us saying, you know what? Here's one more FU, man, for the whole war. We're giving you the Giants and the Panthers, man, to watch.
Imagine that shit.
What a disgrace,
This
man.
is just sad, dude. Like, it's sad. Like, you wake up Monday morning, and, you know, I used to just be so excited. It's Monday after we call it Football Monday, right? You wake up, you're excited to talk about the excitement, to this, to that. There is nothing here to remotely be excited about. And it doesn't stop.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know how many years it's been the same story. I'm already looking at the draft class.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you looking at?
I have to look forward to as a Giants.
Stop that. I'm not talking names on the draft board yet, but I know what you want.
Why not?
No, because I know what you. Because I can't get there, Alex. I can't get myself there. Man. I'm always that optimistic. Listen,
let me reel you in, brother. Let me reel you in, man. You have a quarterback that all offseason the freaking organization was trying to get another quarterback, so you mentally cracked him like that. On top of that, you go get Brian Burns, who's a complete no-show. Kayvon Thibodeau is where to be found. I mean, where do you want me to continue going, man? What do we have? Who do we have, man?
Yeah.
There's nothing to look at, bro.
No.
Nothing.
You have Dexter Lawrence telling us not to boo him.
Oh, God, bro. Don't get me started with that, man. With the whole not to be able to boo. I'll boo you as much as I want. I pay your salary.
Yes.
You're gonna freaking tell me I can't boo you? You suck.
You're right. You're right.
So it sounds like you don't want to pick up Daniel Jones's contract after this year, I'd assume.
Are you saying that just to get more fire out of me?
I told him this was a little therapeutic, Andrew.
What are you trying to do right now, man? You know what I mean? That's just.
So realistically, though, what is the move?
Realistically,
yeah,
you gotta just, dude. It's over. I mean, realistically, it's not even like they're gonna tank. They just suck that bad that they're gonna have the second or third overall pick, and then they're gonna get a quarterback.
So you're banking on next year's draft, right?
Not really, because then what does that mean? That means that you're going to get a rookie quarterback in here. You're going to have another year or two of growing pains. That's going to be Malik Neighbors' third or fourth year already in, man. You're just wasting time.
Yeah.
And you're wasting players. Dexter's probably going to be gone by then. Keion is going to be gone by then. And let me say another thing, man. I don't even know how I feel anymore about Joe Shane. You were gifted 2 first-round top 10 picks. And you literally, one of them don't even start, okay? Our right tackle, Evan Neal, talking about flipping burgers last year to the fans. And then you got Keion, who does nothing. I mean, when was the last time you heard of Keion? Yeah. And you know what it is? Keion, you only hear Keion when he plays Washington. The same way how Daniel Jones, when he plays Washington, he's an amazing quarterback. It's the same thing with Keion. Right. The same exact thing. Go look at Keivan's stats. Against Washington, sacks, forced fumbles. And where's Brian Burns? Huge pass rush that we got. Where's he at?
Yeah. For sure. You're right. I appreciate you picking up my call. You are the first disgruntled fan of the week. I do truly appreciate you picking it up. I might call you. I might call you back next week if that's all right.
Man, I got so much more if you want. Man.
Yeah.
We can keep going on.
No. Save it. I don't need your blood pressure to get too high, man. You know.
Dude, tell me if I'm wrong. When Neighbors dropped that 4th down pass,
yeah,
everybody was not saying they're gonna drive it down the field and they're gonna score a field goal and end the game.
You're right.
Tell me you did not feel that.
No, you knew it. You knew they were. I knew they were.
Because again, and another thing, I'm also starting to freaking doubt Dable now. You had this whole little pity fight with Wink the year or two before. You bring in this Titans defensive coordinator who's known to stop the run. How many yards did they have on us yesterday on running the ball?
Yeah, their running back was averaging 7.8 yards a carry.
Where's the adjustment, man?
Yeah.
At any point. McLaurin, their number 1 receiver, had nothing, and they still destroyed us with a rookie quarterback, dude. At least with Wink, he would do things he would disguise his schemes. He would bring safeties, linebackers up, pretending, dropping them back. He would do things to confuse a quarterback. This kid looked like John Elway on us yesterday, man. He was just throwing balls here and there, he looked like a veteran on us, man.
No, you're right. You're right, Alex. You are correct.
It's a complete dude. It's what the Giants are known. You know what the Giants are great for?
What's that?
Killing you in September, man.
That's it.
They kill you early in September.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna have to start looking at the draft class every year. That's what I do, man.
That's it.
Thank God for fantasy football. Thank God for the Knicks, because I don't know what the hell I would do with myself, man.
Let's go Knicks.
Alex, thanks so much for picking up. I'll catch up with you later. All right.
Not a problem, man. You guys have a good night.
Yes, you too. But that is what the New York Football Giants are doing to the average fan that loves them. That is what's going on out there in the streets. That's the true, authentic feeling of what's going on in the streets, for sure. All right, last segment. It is a reaction talk. What do we got? That was pretty cool, right? UFC, what was it? What was the number of it?
306.
I don't know why that the whole time I thought that it was going to be 300 at the Sphere. That was my stupid.
Really?
Yeah, and then when I seen 300, I was like, wait, this isn't the Sphere? And then the Sphere.
The Sphere? The
The
Sphere?
Sphere.
I love how you say it. The Sphere. Here we go. It was 306. Just wanted to throw off some numbers first. Do you see it? Or not even at it?
No,
yet?
I don't.
$20 million just to produce the show. Floor seats were from 12 to 17K. Non-floor seats range from 1,000 to 12,000. Measures 366 feet tall and 516 feet wide.
It's
Total
incredible.
capacity 18,000. And
Remember, we were talking to the ants last year about this place.
Yeah, this is what it looked like.
More than Mexico. No place on earth has produced more legendary warriors.
That's insane.
Right?
From the beginning of time, our world has been shaped by fighting.
It's incredible.
Hand-to-hand combat is the genesis.
You look lonely.
Oh my God.
So like,
imagine though if like you're tripping to a UFC fight.
oh, I
In
mean,
that building, and you actually took like psychedelics.
how many people you think did that?
There has to be people in that building that were definitely on psychedelics.
100%.
Probably had a night that they will talk about for the rest of their lives.
100%.
When Sugar Sean went down,
I hated that freaking fight. I hated it.
I didn't say it.
It was so bad. All right, I just got one more. I'm curious if you ever seen this. So you ever see the casting for Tony Soprano?
For what?
What?
Casting for what? For the Sopranos, like years and years ago?
For Tony Soprano.
For years and years ago. Before the Sopranos came out, you're telling me this was the casting of people trying to get that job.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was something new coming out or if there was a new Tony Soprano movie coming out, which would be sick. Just Tony Soprano. Too bad. Rest in peace.
To find a guy for Tony.
Let me tell you something.
Audie Bucco.
Everybody goes to shrinks and counselors. They go and sound like Jesse Raphael and they talk about their problems. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper? Huh? The strong, silent type. That was an American. He wasn't in touch with his feelings. He just did what he had to do. What they didn't know was once they got Gary Cooper in touch with his feelings, they wouldn't be able to shut him up. Dysfunction this, dysfunction that, dysfunction about Fumbles.
Another guy who came close is Michael Rispoli.
That is excellent.
But then finally, we found Jim.
I got a call. David Chase wanted to meet at like 8:30 in the morning or something. I was like, oh, just his choice of having a breakfast instead of putting me off right away. I don't know why. But we had a good time and we laughed about our families a lot and our mothers. So then I auditioned. And the first audition, I stopped halfway through and I said, this sucks. I'm not doing it right. If you want me to come back, I'll come back and do it differently.
He left in the middle of the first audition. He walked out.
Wow.
Doing his Van Morrison thing. This is shit. I'm not doing this right. And left. But we thought he was great. So our casting directors got him to come to my house and he read the scene and it was like, bang.
Let me tell you something. Nowadays, everybody's got to go to shrinks and counselors and go on Sally Jesse Raphael and talk about their problems. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type? That was an American. He didn't worry about his feelings. He just did what he had to do. See, what they didn't know is if they ever got Gary Cooper to talk about his feelings, they would be able to shut him up. Because dysfunction this and dysfunction that and dysfunction va fungul.
That was sick. That was sick.
Dude. Like,
he was a goat.
Insane. Honestly, like
he was fantastic.
He was made to play that part. He really was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
That's all
All
I
right,
got.
man. That is the show. We hope everybody enjoyed it. Don't forget, like, review, subscribe, comment, DM, bother us. Yankee fans, lock in. Giant fans, good luck, guys. Good freaking luck out there.
Met fans, lock in. Pats, Jets, Thursday.
Woo.
Let's go.
All right, man.